You know, like the theme song.
Action!
Oh, are we swinging? We gotta do like in unison, like. Yeah. We don't know where we're going. Yeah.
Nope. So we just got out of the theater.
That song stuck in my head. That's the song. I'm gonna fucking play it for you after this, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, you fucking nailed that song, bro." Oh my gosh. Can we start the review? That was all intro.
Let's start the review. Yeah. Let's do it. Review start time.
Review starting now. All right, everybody, we're here. We just went to go see Spider-Man into the across the Spider-Verse, because this one should be into the Spider-Verse, because they literally go, let's go in, and then he like whips himself into the Spider-Verse portal and like does the whole into the Spider-Verse scene, and it's like, oh, but your first one was called Into the Spider-Verse, so this one can't be called Into the Spider-Verse, so we gotta call it Across the Spider-Verse, which really doesn't make any more sense than Into the Spider-Verse. This because it could have just been Spider-Man Spider-Verse Part 1, Spider-Man Spider-Verse Part 2, Spider-Man Spider-Verse Part 3.
The final verse.
The versioning. Yeah.
Final verse sounds pretty good, actually.
Final verse, yeah. The final verse. The last verse. Yeah.
I mean, the first one I was lukewarm on. I thought it was decent. I didn't necessarily think it was
the
greatest
story.
thing. But I mean, like, everyone's like,
yeah. Everybody was like losing their marbles over
yeah.
it. Which, yeah, it's a good animated movie, and it's probably one of the best Spider-Man movies, let alone superhero movies, you know what I mean? It's just kind of boring. In all honesty, it's like, Spider-Ham, haha, get it? And like...
They play the line as like...
I know, and it's John Mulaney.
And it's Mulaney. He's like, the thing about being Spider-Man...
You can't save them all. Yeah, and it's like his stupid John Mulaney voice as it's like... heartwhelmingly fucking like gut punching.
Get me the baker's dozen.
Yeah. We should overdub that.
I mean, you can't save them all.
Assemble the baker's dozen. So let's talk about the beginning of this movie. Full spoilers, obviously. I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was pretty solid. Pretty good animated movie. A little long, you know. But I love me some Spider-Man, and any movie that gives me Ben Reilly, especially played by Andy Samberg.
That was funny.
It was funny as hell. So I'm 8 out of 10 on this one. What would you give it?
Wow, you almost Guardians level for me.
Almost Guardians level, yeah. Almost. Not quite. Because it still has some baggage of the previous movie. And it is setting up the next one. So...
yeah, I want to say like 7.
Yeah. I was going to go 7.5 to 8. But I settled on 8.
I liked it a little bit more than Little Mermaid that we saw last week or whatever. But but they both suffered from
length.
Too long.
Too long. The beginning of this movie, we start with Spider-Gwen, and we basically get the gaps that we didn't get in the last one.
Well, because the first one ends with her like, hey, I'm back. You want to go do whatever?
You want to get out of here? Yeah.
So then we have to get
basically.
all of what happened at the end of the first movie up until that point that she comes down and says, hey, you want to get out here? And we get a 30-minute...
She gets sent home by the Collider in the first one and then comes back. And 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of this movie is what happened between her getting sent back and coming back to Miles's world. So for 30 minutes... we get the setup for Gwen and what she's doing.
Scene of the first movie.
And the whole movie, basically, we get Spider-Man 2099 has put together this elite Team Force Squad, Feller Team Squad Force Alpha, Spider-Vengers. Yeah. God damn it.
Iraq Vengers.
The Spider Slayers. Yeah.
Saying Iraq.
So he's putting together this team because they have to like maintain the balance of the multiverse.
The Spider Force.
The Spider Force verse. Yeah. So you're fucking me up here, man. I'm trying to tell people what happened in the goddamn movie. This is why whenever I lose my train of thought and go, well, I don't know what we're talking about, it's because he's like, you're Adam Sandler from Big Daddy when he's just throwing the sticks at the dudes on the roller skates, you know, and they just like trip and fall into the fucking water.
I was just giving you the layman's version of what was happening.
So anyway, Super Spider Team, multiverse, protection, garbage, blah, 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 blah. 30 minutes goes by of this entire setup, and you think we're going to get into the movie now. Nope. Grinds to a halt. Let's do an intro again for another 20 minutes, this time with Miles. So 50 minutes of the movie have gone by.
It's like legit intro. It's like, this is the last time I'm doing this time for sure, finally.
I promise. I'm Miles Morales, the New York's one and only Spider-Man.
Like, and I'm Gwen, and I'm Spider-Woman.
They did that in the first one, remember? Yeah.
Still, did you forget Spider-Man?
No.
Not the biggest pop culture comic book character that exists in the universe.
Ever. Cool. Well, all these Spider-Men are exactly the same, except they just have different colors, or they're from a different town.
Remember that Loki show?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that, but animated. Isn't that cool, huh?
Literally what it is.
President
It's
Spider-Man.
Pretty much what it is.
Well, Loki's just Spider-Verse. Spider-Man is like the
But I mean, the
beginning
plot's
of all
the
that.
same
You know
too,
what I mean?
Because they're like,
okay.
It's kind of crazy.
They all got to work together to stop the big bad. Yeah. So my biggest problem with this movie is the length of the beginning of it, because we basically get 2 intros to a fucking movie for 50 minutes. For an hour, this movie intros.
Yeah, and then they Lord of the Rings us at the end there with when is the actual end.
When is the actual end? And then, yeah, we probably solidly get 45 minutes of actual Spider-Verse shit. And the rest of the movie is intro and outro. Is set up and, hey, set up for the next movie. I'm not wrong.
I gave it an 8.
I'm not wrong, because that middle Spider-Verse shit is the best thing I've ever seen in an animated movie. When they're like, when Miles actually gets to the Spider-Verse, like, and it's all the Spider Society, and it's like the hundreds of Spider-Man, fuck yeah, dude, I'm in. But my problem is, you just gave me fucking an hour of a movie that I didn't want to fucking watch. This is the movie I want to watch, and you showed all the scenes in the fucking trailers.
Spider-Man 2099 appear a little more not bad, because they didn't even
he's straight up a villain.
Hide that he's a villain.
He's straight up a bad guy.
Maybe we're not doing the right thing.
Also,
cue the guy with the red eyes going.
Yeah, and vampire teeth.
Yeah,
he's like ready to rip Vulture's jugular out at the beginning.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know. He doesn't have vampire teeth in the comics. He's just a Spanish guy.
Oh.
Yeah, who's Spider-Man, but Spider-Man from the future.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I remember 2099 being able to become the Wolf Among Us.
No, he's not the Wolf Among Us, and he doesn't have claws. Those fucking giant Fortnite arms that he's got, that look really cool.
Look like a Fortnite character.
Because he's in Fortnite right now. He's got Fortnite-itis. He looks like a fucking stupid original design Fortnite character.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Like, you'll see if you watch this. Most of the time, it's really hard to make for me a really bad movie. We will have a review for something that I think
it's hard to make a
good.
sequel to a movie that everybody thought was the greatest movie of all time.
Like, I think this is better than the first one.
It's way better than the first one. Yeah.
It's
weighed down by the first one. And it's weighed down by a movie that hasn't even come out yet. The third one.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
30 minutes. The end 30 minutes of this movie is like
set up.
They do a big fight. Spider-Man 2099 is like, Miles, you're never supposed to be.
We get like a 20-minute
epilogue.
Ready for the next movie.
Yeah.
Epilogue.
The movie ends with a big fight.
Gwen go home.
Yeah. Gwen gets sent home. Miles gets, spoilers, sent to another universe.
Home.
Yeah, but it's actually the universe where Spider was from, because he was never supposed to become Spider-Man. Fart. So the end of the movie is figuring that all out, except right before he goes home and is actually sent home, we get this, like, it shows for 1 second, like, the universe he's going home to, and the number doesn't match to, like, his universe. So if you're watching the movie, you know that it's not his universe.
Sometimes you're sitting next to people and they're on their phone.
Sometimes you're sitting next to the same guy 2 weeks in a row, and he's in the same seat that he was a week ago, and he's on his fucking seat. I hope you watch this, because I will kill you. Anyway. Jesus. Oh my God, you did it again.
Yeah, 7.7 out of 10 for me. It's definitely an upper tier. It's one of the better summer movies this year I've watched, but
yeah,
it's not like as good as the Guardians. It's better than Fast X.
It's way better than Fast X. It's way better than the first one.
It's
not even the best animated movie that came out.
No, I mean, we're starting, like, now we've got some summer movies rolling out now for summer season.
Yeah.
And so far, I would probably go Guardians, Fast X, because, I mean...
No, absolutely
for what we've
not.
seen?
Well, that's it, then. You can't...
And then this... I mean, I'm sorry, this, then Fast.
Okay.
And then Little Mermaid.
Oh, I'd put Little Mermaid above Fast. I would. I genuinely like that movie a lot more than I like Fast X. Fast X was not a film. It wasn't a movie.
This was the same.
No. Oh, this. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man ends without a really ending.
But no, they end it with ambiguous. I know I have to. I've never been part of playing with the team, but this time I've got to change my view and be with the team. And I know just the team. And it's everyone from the first Spider-Verse movie.
At the end of Spider-Verse, Giselle shows up in a submarine. Oh wait, that's the other. That's the other way. Fuck. Shit. Sorry. Spider Giselle. Yeah, Spider Godot.
You thought I was dead.
Spider Letty.
Well,
it's just all Fast and the Furious, but they're Spider-Man.
That's what you're gonna find out. Spider-Man 2099 is actually Peter Parker who died in the first
Miguel O Toretto
in Spider-Verse. You made one mistake, Miles.
You left the webs. Thwip. And it's the spider car. How they had like the spider car. Peter parked car.
That was.
How much money?
Did a 90s
would you bet?
Spider-Man, and he turns. And
how
he's
much
like,
money?
We
would
need you to listen. And it was like so. It hurt me. Like, did they try to like pull that and rotoscope that right out of the cartoon? What was that?
You mean the one that's like moving at like
yeah,
1
and it
frame
does
per
like
second?
a turn with the point, and you're like, no,
it's really bad.
What the hell am I watching?
This movie looks like the Bob's Burgers season
8, I believe.
Premiere, Brunch Squatch, where they hired a bunch of animators to do like 5 seconds of every frame. Yeah,
this hurt my eyes more than the first one.
This
people
hurt my
said,
eyes
a lot of people
so much.
The first
dude.
5 minutes, it's like they were like
horrible.
Let's get everybody to leave the theater.
It was so bad. Like genuinely, from an animation standpoint, you can't just give up. And I know it's supposed to look trippy, but you can't just throw a thing in an AI. You know,
it's like paint splattering mixed with strobe lights, mixed with just flashes.
When they say an emotional thing, the light of the room changes and like kind of like fogs over
like
the rest of the room. Yeah, and while she's fucking literally like Metallica-ing on the drums.
If you have kids that have like sensory issues,
don't. You can't. You almost can't. I'm surprised there wasn't like a
sensory warning.
Yeah. My eyes genuinely fucking hurt. We got out of the theater. I'm like. It's like I just got fucking laser eye surgery. I got the fucking like sunglasses on, you know, like the fucking cataract whatever surgery. Fucking
your pupils were all dilated.
Yeah, like fucking God, man. So I didn't hate the movie. I literally hated the last fucking bit because it does that twist. It goes like, well, he's not in his universe, and I'm like, I know. I'm watching the movie. I know the plot points are going to be like. Well, he's not going to go back to his universe if he uses the machine that scans their spider shit.
Right.
Yeah. But they just spend like 20 minutes on like this twist. Like he's not in his universe. And it's like, he's like telling his mom he's Spider-Man. Spider-Gwen's like in the window, like about to like confront him. Miguel O Hara is like hunting him down,
you know?
That
scene in so many movies.
But it works in movies where they don't show you the thing.
They gave us too much.
They gave you too much. If the computer screen like said like 42 and it was like switching to other numbers, like it was glitching, like so we don't even know.
Right.
That's what
like
I
it should have been like 42 glitch to his, glitch to 42, glitch to his.
Yes.
And then he disappears. And you're like, oh, where did he go? And then you find out, and then you're like, holy fuck, he's not in his universe. Yeah, because they save the glitching. He's supposed to glitch if he's not in his universe. Right. And they wait.
Till he knows, and then he glitches, and then goes. I'm not in my universe. Cut to Spider-Gwen. He's not in his universe. Cut to other Spider-Woman. He's not in his universe. I know.
It's cool. They had the bad guy from Minions too. She's Spider-Man now too.
Who?
What's her name on the motorcycle?
Oh. How dare you diss Jessica Drew? She's the best Spider-Woman. Fuck. She is that character though. I have her ride in on the back.
On the bike. I'm like, okay. All right.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Let's do that. Who's favorite Spider-Man? Let's go. Mine's Ben Reilly all day. Andy Samberg.
He was great.
It was so funny.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I'm having another dramatic memory.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was really.
Oh, that was particularly harsh.
Yeah.
Oh, just reminiscing of my past. Yeah. He's blonde.
Yeah.
It's just flexing my super defined muscles. It's like pulsating. Holy shit. Yeah, I liked Spider Rex.
I like how it said like thwart, but like written like a T-warp, like T-Rex.
Close up on the dino hand doing the Spider-Man fucking thwip.
It's good.
It's pretty funny. So if you're going to see this movie, don't rush. If you have a ticket, you can miss the first hour.
Just a recap.
Yeah, it's just a recap. Remember these characters? Didn't you have fun with them? Oh, and we didn't talk about Spot, the villain. I feel like we should mention the villain.
It's cool power.
The big bad.
Yeah.
Well, Spot's a good villain in Spider-Man. Spot's just a good villain. He rules in the cartoons.
No more villain of the week for me, Ryan.
Yeah, he's like nerd.
Yeah.
Something, his last name's Ohm, because it's supposed to be some Tobias Ohm or I guarantee you I'm fucking spot on with that. Derek Ohm. Yeah, the Spot. Yeah. So the Spot has holes on his body, and he can basically, like, black hole shit, which is all because of the particle collider accelerator MacGuffin from the first one destroying. And they literally fast X us and go, I was in the room when you destroyed the particle accelerator.
I was here.
Yeah. Yeah. Camera turns, and he's there now. And he's just some scientist who got caught up in the first movie. And now he's the big bad. Isn't that great? I thought at the very end, when he's not in his universe, and they're like panning when like the Prowlers like got him, and he's like trying to show him like his dad. Like, I thought it was gonna be like a Kingpin thing. Like, oh fuck, is Lieb Schreiber's Kingpin back? I'd be so down for that. All right, everybody, Spider-Verse, go watch.
It.
I didn't like it. Yeah, 8 out of 10. I didn't really like the movie, though. I love the movie, yeah.
My grievances.
But it just doesn't work because there's no audience. There's nobody to throw it off of. When you're doing stand-up jokes in a movie, nobody's laughing live, or you're not there to somebody laughs at a joke. Okay, you can't then change the movie to make it more funny after they're laughing.
He's playing for a crowd.
He's playing for a crowd, but you can't do
like
that.
You're live filming
like a live movie
in front of 40,000 people.
Oh, that joke hit. Let's do this one because it'll make them be laughing even more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just because the cameraman laughed